So I was out last night prepping things for Month of Monsters. Something weird came up and bit the back of my neck, and I don't know if it's going to result in anything, but we'll see what happens. But let's get on to day 2 of the Month of Monsters.
Come.
And thus You can't talk in these things. And thus I have become a vampire, and I welcome you to Vampire Week on Month of Monsters. Who's that flickering the lights? Nosferatu. My powers as a vampire are growing. The dark has spread across the land, and the Darkstalkers have come to play. You know, the story of Batman becoming a vampire in order to defeat Dracula, it really does hit different in my situation. Good news, my audience. I found a cure for my vampirism. I'm told I just need to get more sunlight. Next week we'll be picking up a new theme, but over the weekend we have some nice pre-recorded Wildcard Weekends episodes for you. In the meantime, I'm gonna go get some sunlight, because apparently it's the only way to cure this. Because I really don't want to drink blood. Do you know how terrible it is drinking blood? It's awful. It tastes horrible. It's not fun. I must solve my vampirism myself, and for that, I shall vanish into the night. Or shall I say, the daytime. Okay, I'm here in time. Something went wrong outside, and we hopefully won't have a problem with that, but it's time to continue with day 10 of Month of Monsters. So when it comes down to it, it's kind of interesting to see not only a more basic retro throwback in a style that the figures were never previously available, and then a retro throwback that was in a style that the characters were previously available, but not the version you'd expect. So Reaction and Mego kind of go hand in hand. It's really for the retro throwback, not for upgrading anything, not for really trying to make your life better or to transform yourself into something different, but in terms of just the Mego and Reaction feeling, the feeling of those figures is kind of fun since they're modern versions of something old and something that, is familiar, and I think that's kind of a fun element. Now, that's it for today on Month of Monsters. However, next time, we're going to be looking at a much more accurate, much more thought-out Lon Chaney Wolfman figure that's really out to capture the likeness. So stay tuned for tomorrow, where I'm sure everything's going to go great, and there's gonna be no more hiccups. Hello, this is Soundout here, and apparently I'm now a werewolf. Month of Monsters is going to keep trucking on though, I'm not letting this stop me. And stay tuned for that. I'm going to go try to figure out if this thing will subside when the full moon goes down and the sun rises. But I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Well, good news everybody! I woke up human. I wonder if my werewolf curse has been broken or if this is just a temporary situation. Well, we better film this video quick before I turn back into a werewolf, because talking as a werewolf can be a little difficult. Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome back to Month of Monsters, Day 13. Today we'll be taking a look at the nightmare demons from An American Werewolf in London. Totally not inspired by the dream I had last night, no, not whatsoever, not the thing that scared me back into being a werewolf. Yeah, it's kind of rough around here these times. as we've approached the end of Werewolf Week. Yes, I'm still a werewolf. This time, whatever happened yesterday has locked me in this werewolf state. I've reached out to a few specialists, and I was given just this weird advice of beware the moon and stay on the road. So we'll be doing that after I cover the Neca Ultimate Kessler Werewolf. So that brings us to the end of this episode and the end of Werewolf Week. The next couple episodes are some nice pre-recorded stuff. In the meantime, I'm going to try to get this werewolf curse reversed. I was told to beware the moon, stay on the road, so I figure if I just start walking down a road, nothing bad will happen and this will all go away. So I'm going to get to it, and you can stay tuned tomorrow for a little bit of Wildcard Weekends. And I hope you enjoy it. Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to a new week on Month of Monsters. When you last saw me, I was but a werewolf. For many things have happened over the weekend. I hope you enjoyed those little interludes, those little nice little extra things I left for you. In the meantime, I went on quite a harrowing journey. I went all the way down the road, and at the end of the road, I was given the key, the solution to my werewolf curse. You might wonder, well, why are you all bandaged up? Did you go through a horrible fire? Did someone, kill you in the middle of the night, and now you've revived through another curse that will keep you living forever and ever? No, my dear viewers, the solution was this. The invisibility formula. This has been in my possession the whole time. I didn't actually have to go down that road. I had a moment of clarity. A moment, just a mere moment of clarity at the very end of that road. And after drinking the serum, it cured my werewolf curse. However, if I was not wearing all of this, you would have nothing to look at. And therefore also YouTube would demonetize me, and we don't want that either. Now, what is going to happen on this week of Month of Monsters, you might ask? Well, appropriately, as I am now wearing bandages as my default look, we're going to be looking at, characters and monsters that feature bandages in some form. A lot of these end up being mummies, but that has nothing to do with my current condition. But today, of course, we're going to look at what else but an invisible man. So this invisible man will tell you to join me on this adventure. I hope you enjoyed the invisible action figure. I just had to make it after I discovered this formula. It's unlocked my mind, the potential, the opportunity, the ideas. I feel better than ever. There's no werewolf curse. There's no bloodlust. There's nothing else going on behind these bandages but invisibility. There's nothing at all. It's great. Everything is wonderful. And I can't wait to show you more. We're going to continue with these covered faces tomorrow. There's going to be a new surprise, a new beginning. In fact, a phantom invades an opera. I can't wait to show you, and I hope you will stay tuned till tomorrow, my friends, for Month of Monsters continues all month long. As we continue talking about covered faces, what more iconic than the Phantom of the Opera? It's a beautiful mask. However, as I'm still invisible, as you may know from yesterday, catch the whole story there if you haven't, I really just wanted to, spice it up a little bit. Just invade all your minds, talk about some ideas, covering my face further. No, don't be leaving comments saying that I'm going insane. What are you talking about? I'm totally fine. Everything is fine. That concludes our special on the Phantom of the Opera. An iconic story, an iconic tale. I feel close to it with this mask. If only I could be seen. If only I could be heard. Wait, I still can't be heard. Tomorrow, and for the rest of the week, we are going to be covering one of the most iconic monsters ever. And hopefully, nothing more happens to me in the meantime. Over the past 18 days, many things have happened to me. But unfortunately, I wasn't too transparent when I was an invisible man, because I've not been an invisible man. This entire time I've been an undead mummy. Okay, not the entire time. Ever since Werewolf Week, when I got that bogus advice to stay on the road, I stayed on the road and someone killed me in the middle of the night. Unfortunately, since I didn't pass my werewolf curse on to somebody else, that curse stayed. And now I cannot die because I am the living undead, or whatever mummies are. I'm a cursed mummy despite not being Egyptian and not being cursed in Egypt. I'm using bandages to hold myself together now because everything's falling out, including a chunk of my brain, which explains the temporary insanity over the last 2 days. Y'all think I made an invisible action figure? I didn't. That was the insanity part of the brain going on. But I think I pieced everything together now, and hopefully nothing else will go wrong with this week, and we'll continue forward. Because we have 3 more days in the Faces Covered week, and that will be dedicated to mummies. How appropriate for my timing. Honestly, we don't even know what's going to happen next week, but I'm pretty sure something horrible is going to happen, like, I don't know, I'm going to become, like, the living undead vampire werewolf of mummified nightmares. Or something. Honestly, I'm mostly just tired at this point. I've been producing videos despite all this weird stuff happening to me, and I'm glad you all stuck with me to this point, because who knows how long I got left, because I might be here for an eternity. Let's get on to the toy things, though, because that's probably the only reason why you're tuning in, and we're going to talk about a mummy. Do you know what the worst part about being a mummy is? I had to pick up my pinky finger off the floor and tape it back on. Just so you know how my month is going, I've currently had to deal with bloodlust, not be a vampire, deal with a werewolf, try not to eat anybody, get killed as a werewolf. Now I'm a mummy, but I also thought I was an invisible man for 2 days because part of my brain was missing. And no, I still haven't found whatever I was looking for because I don't remember at this point. Let's get on to our new video for the day. We're coming to the end of the week of bandages. It's a odd concept, I know. It's been a little bit weird. Missing part of my brain means that, like, I'm going off old notes I wrote and trying to figure out how this is going. But if anyone has any suggestions for breaking curses, I need them, like, now. So just now, figure out the curse problem, because honestly, I think the only thing that can actually, like, solve my problem is to break the curse. But I have to make sure I can break the curse while also coming back to life, because if I break the curse and then I'm just the undead, you're never going to see the rest of this video series. I have a lot of work ahead this weekend, but in terms of actually covering things, I think we're going to talk about another mummy today. Just seems appropriate. So that's the Neca mummy, and that's our mummy, Phantom of the Opera, Invisible Man, Faces Covered Bandage Week. This was a little bit of an abstract concept, and I knew that going in. I also didn't anticipate all the undead body partness of this. In fact, I'd never anticipated the vampireness, or the werewolfness, or the mumminess. What's gonna happen to me next week? Well, I planned this out, and we're gonna keep trucking along. Tomorrow is going to be a fun little side thing while I go try to figure out how to cure the undead. Or at least get somebody else to do it for me. And I'm a little nervous that it's not all going to work out, because currently I can feel my bones. And I think that the brain's not working. I think I'm not doing good. Oh. My dear viewers, stay tuned for tomorrow. I may not be here to see it.
Well, what have we here? Another week among the monsters, another horrid transformation for me. How joyful. In fact, I checked the security footage. Once I had collapsed as a mummy last week, a scientist came in, picked up all the pieces, took me away, rebuilt my body, brought me back, and just left me in a chair. So I don't know if my curse is broken. I'm just going to assume that I can finish this video series and that'll break my curse. I mean, as is, I can't move my lips, but I'm still making sounds, so I'm probably still cursed. But welcome to Frankenstein Week. Appropriately, I become this Frankenstein-esque monstrosity now, so we're gonna host this thing like we've been hosting it, called I'm Not Gonna Let This Bother Me. I'll let the psychological trauma set in later. In fact, Frankenstein Week is the biggest week on the month of monsters. 7 videos. 7. I'm hoping I'm holding 7 fingers. 7 videos in Frankenstein Week. It's more than any others, and we should not be wasting any more time. Today it all kicks off with a Frankenstein action figure from Jada Toys. So is this weird for anybody else? The cold, dead expression of my face? Despite the feeling, the love, the passion that comes from my voice that cannot be expressed due to the face that I've been given. This frozen featured face that contradicts everything I'm doing and everything I am and everything I've done. Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to the finale of Frankenstein Week. There is an angry mob outside my window. Apparently they think I'm an abomination beyond imagination. And they're probably right. But just in case that happens, we're going to get this last episode done because, dang it, I'm finishing this month of monsters. We're nearly to the Halloween point, and we're going to make it. Today we're talking about The Bride of Frankenstein. Well, that was it. Jada Bride of Frankenstein, one of the greatest action figures to ever exist in my eyes, because she should never have that much articulation, but she does. It's amazing. There are 2 days left in the month of monsters. We have plans, but that mob has gotten a lot closer. And I think I'm starting to smell smoke. I'm gonna have to figure this out. We still got 2 more days to go, and I haven't pre-recorded anything else yet, because, you know, Frankenstein, transformations, mummies, werewolves, vampires. It's been a month, but we're gonna finish this. But I should probably get out of here. Seems like the place is on fire. Good luck, everybody. I hope you're safe, because I don't know if I am. Stay tuned for tomorrow, if I'm still here.
Just kidding, I'm alive and curse-free. In fact, when the fire consumed my entire body, I reconstituted myself somehow and no longer cursed. You're probably wondering, how do you know you're not cursed and gonna turn into like a gill man next? The answer is, you don't get to know. That's for me to know and for me not to disclose on camera, so you can guess in your own ways. But today is the penultimate, the next to last episode of the Month of Monsters.